Hi folks. So I'm heading off to Chicago soon for a couple of weeks. Gonna do a little bit of hunting for old Atari 2600 cartridges in anticipation of giving away my 2600 Plus because I'm getting a 7800 Plus, which sorts out all the issues that I have with the 2600 Plus apparently, like being able to play Star Raiders. Hopefully that will be the case. And if not, I'll just have a different retro console from Atari that can play all of my Atari games. No harm done. But that's not what this is about. So before I go, there's some more Evercade stuff coming in the form of new arcade releases. In fact, before the end of the year, Toaplan Volumes 3 and 4 are coming, which I was like, wow, okay. I didn't even know these guys made that many games that you could have 4 collections, but they sure did. And I've talked before about killer apps and, you know, what got me to buy this console or that console. The Evercade, the killer app was Toaplan Arcade 1 because it contains one of my all-time favorite arcade games, Snow Bros. Which obviously we'll see here. But these guys do a lot of recognizable titles here. Tiger Heli, I remember playing that in the arcade. Truxton, that was pretty big amongst me and my pals, and I remember playing a home version, probably for the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, quite a lot. Back in the day, it was a really good conversion. Flying Shark, seems familiar. Zero Wing, definitely. We also get Guardian, Alcon, and Teki Paki, which I think is some kind of puzzle game, which is not very good. But I will play all of them, so you can judge for yourself whether they look like things of interest. But Snow Bros is brilliant. It's kind of a fixed screen platform game, and came out in the late 80s, like a lot of Toaplan stuff seems to have. I had a really good, there's an excellent, if you're still a Game Boy aficionado and you haven't tracked it down, that was one that I bought new. It is an amazing conversion. The graphic fidelity is outstanding for the Game Boy. It really does look and play like the arcade. They get around the issue of the grayscale display by having different shapes for the power-up bottles, since you can't see the colors that they would have otherwise. So that one, when I found out, I mean, I missed the Evercade's launch. I was dimly aware that there was someone doing a retro console through a Kickstarter or some other crowdfunding initiative, and so I didn't end up getting my Evercade until a couple of years ago, by which time there was like 5 million carts. I mean, you know, you hear these horror stories about Kickstarter campaigns that come to nothing or very little, but Blaze has very much committed to this platform. I mean, they've been doing, you know, we've got like, what, 61 cartridges to date? And so they just keep putting them out. As long as there's something of interest, I'm happy to support. I mean, there's ones that aren't of interest. My collection is 45 or 46, 47, 48, I can't remember. I made a point yesterday of loading all the cartridges into my Evercade now that it is able to track your collection, like according to games that you've loaded, so that you can at a glance see your entire library when you're on the Evercade. I'll show that again when I fire it up for this. Anyway, the other compilation, Toaplan Arcade 2, came out a little while back. It has some games that most of it I don't recognize, to be honest. But Twin Cobra I remember playing. It's a helicopter, vertical shooter. It's not doing anything remarkably unique or interesting, to be honest. I mean, I remember enjoying it, but it is your pretty standard, like, fly thing, shoot incoming waves, collect power-ups that give you one of 2 or 3 different types of weapons that become steadily more powerful the more power-ups you grab, and extra bombs to clear the screen. Rinse, wash, and repeat. Well, you know, what can I say? I'm not that hard to please when it comes to arcade games, and arcade games are my flavor of games. I do enjoy other things. That is what I tend to, that's like my mainstay. If you saw my Arcade Archives collection on the PlayStation, I got a lot. I got so many that I had to break my arcade classics into 2 because you can only have 100 games in a PlayStation 5 collection. So, what can I say? That's my flavor. Anyway, let us play some Evercade. Hey, so the first thing I wanted to go over... Oh, this is annoying. Alright, this is a little weird, quirky thing. I think maybe particular to my console, maybe particular to my copy of Toaplan Arcade 1. But for some reason, when I put into slot 1, it doesn't always get recognized. So I'm going to switch these around. And there we go. So we got 16 games in total. Now I thought it was only 15. What's going on? Do we have a secret unlock? Something that wasn't announced? And in fact we do. You'll notice there's 2 versions of Twin Hawk. Well, one of these is a home console port. Odd. But the rest are an actual arcade game. Now what I wanted to mention before, there's a couple of things I want to do here. One, if we look at System, I checked and I had an update this week and there was a couple interesting things on there. One of which is enable analog support for third-party controllers. Beta. I haven't looked this up online. I don't know what this is about exactly, but given the foray into PlayStation games and the fact that at some point during the life cycle of the original PlayStation, we had both the dual analog controller and then eventually the DualShock controller. A number of games came out later in the console's life cycle that had the option of using analog controls. A dual analog controller, I really wish that the PS3 emulated, but it doesn't, unfortunately. That had a button where you could basically map the face buttons onto the right stick and the D-pad onto the left stick. So it wasn't giving you true analog control for older PlayStation games that didn't support it because the controller just didn't exist, but it would allow you to use the sticks as digital inputs effectively. You could use the thumbstick to move characters or whatever in a game that didn't support analog controls. The DualShock removed that. So that you either had DualShock compatibility or you did not. But I am curious to know if they're going to do something interesting like allow use of an analog controller to function kind of like a Sony dual analog controller where it'll automatically say, hey, you want to map some of these controls to your sticks, because that would be sweet. If so, if the left stick automatically was a D-pad map and the right stick could be mapped to face buttons, then I could play some of these dual stick. There's a couple dual stick games for the Evercade that, you know, I can play with face buttons, but I'd really rather have 2 sticks. We'll see. The other one is Force Patch Cartridge Slot 1. I suspect that this is related to the issues I had patching the 664 collection, which was resolved in my case by Evercade, Blaze, just replacing my cartridge. Thanks again for that. That was some outstanding customer service. But this might get around any kind of possible corruption that might have prevented that from happening automatically initially. So, again, Blaze committed to this platform. You cannot debate that. But now let's have a look at the library button. So if we look at this, it has games that are upcoming. So here we can see Toaplan Arcade 3, Data East Arcade 2, and you can actually see what games are going to be included, which is pretty cool. So Toaplan Arcade 3 is going to have Batsugun Special Version, Fix 8, Gox, Outside. I don't honestly know what any of these things are. Truxton 2, Patsugun I might have seen. Truxton 2, I didn't know there was a sequel to it, so that will be cool. Vimana, another shooter. So that's neat. Now this hasn't been fully updated because what was announced a couple of weeks ago was Toaplan Arcade 4 is also coming out. And I thought there was something else with it that I simply don't remember. But anyway, so that's something to look forward to. But what I'm really interested in is this. So, if you see here, 43 of 61 collected, that's my collection. I have input every frickin' cartridge that I have. Now, it's quite extensive. You can filter according to platform, if it's arcade games, if it's... Oh, and look, the Delphine Software Collection is there. It did put that one in there. I don't own that game anymore. Oh, this is just the overall. Sorry. I forgot. I'm not filtering. So it doesn't show it as owned. Never mind. But as you can see, it did in fact say, hey, you don't own this, by graying it out and then having a how to buy button against it. Well, thanks guys. So if we go to all, you can press R1 and then I can see the ones that I own, which are 43. And I can sort, which are the newest, which are the oldest, and you'll see I've got both Namco Museum collections, although not compatible. Now what I also found interesting about this, you can't see it here, but if I look at, then of course you can sort by cart number. So, you know, and even more interesting, if you press the X button, you can see the spine. Isn't that cool? With the number of the cart. So I have a number order. I mean, it's just like having a virtual shelf, and it automatically sorts them by grouping if you choose the sort by number. And you can sort them by title, newest, oldest again. I really like this. I'm not, you know, OCD about my collection, but it is still pretty darn cool to be able to go and see this is the stuff that I own, right? That the system is aware, even though you've got physical carts, it's tracking your you can have it track your collection. As you load them, they automatically get marked. When you're doing this live, you need to toggle back and forth, but it detects the cart and adds it to your list instantly. Just doesn't do it when you're actually looking at the, if you're filtering by which ones you own, it doesn't automatically update that list. You have to go click, click, and then it'll be there. Pretty groovy though. But one thing that I did find interesting about this, and here you can see this when you look at all of them. If you look at ones that you own, it doesn't have that label. But if you look at all, it will indicate some of these are legacy. I believe, I can't 100% confirm this, but I'm pretty sure that this means that the card is no longer in print, that you would have to track this down on your lonesome to find it, that they aren't making this one anymore. They don't have it in stock necessarily. So, that's interesting to me, because some of the ones that are in that list of legacy includes, actually interesting, I thought Atari's arcade one was in there, but it's not, so that's good. But you have the Codemasters collection, both the Atari Lynx collections, the Oliver Twins one, and Technos home console collection. Anyway, so let's go back to what this video is supposed to be about, and I will filter Oh, this is cool. So I can sort by the release date, number of players, title. Interesting. All right, so we're going to start out, just keep it separate. The Toaplan Arcade 1. I'm just going to filter through these. You know, it's arcade. So like, I'm in an arcade, what am I doing? I'm putting tokens of quarters into machines. I'm just going to like, boom, you know, play for 5 minutes, maybe if I'm doing any good at it, and then move on. Now we get to see the self-check. And there we go. Alright. Insert coin. I can't tell you how much I enjoy just being able to do the insert coin thing. So I've remapped things. So what happens, you see on the bottom, like Gradius, is you grab these things, these stars. You then select which power-up you want. So it's like that. That's what the acquire power-up means, is that you're basically just activating the power-up that you're selecting. Alright, this time I'm going to give myself a little speed. That's probably going to be important if you're not dying. Yeah, I mean, this isn't setting the world on fire, but it's, you know, a very accessible shooter. Rules are pretty straightforward. There's no major surprises here. And even at age 54, I can still play the damn thing. So, it's not, you know... Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, I just got some groovy power-up and I died. I didn't even get to see what happens. But there's no bomb button and there's no smart bomb in this game. So, that's probably worth noting. Now, without the side shots and the speed, I'm going to struggle here. I really need some star. There we go. Ah, but too late. Too late for me. This seems familiar. The music is usually the thing that'll make me remember if I ever played it. I mean, I've played it on, you know, since. Obviously, I had this collection. I should be getting a power-up soon, I think. Yep, there we go. The red planes. Oh, this is pretty straightforward. I do like the music, and the look of it is nice. I definitely prefer this to Alcon. These yellow planes, I think, are just a bonus if you hit the whole squadron. Yeah. Oh, and we got an extra bomb there. I haven't used one yet. You play something like, you know, one of them granddaddy bullet hell shooters like Raiden, they often will drop power-ups because you get so far in the game, you kind of need to have that extra firepower. You're not going to be able to play this thing without continuing. And that, you know, it's an arcade game, so you know, they're there for your money. But at the same time, people aren't going to keep playing if they feel like they haven't actually got a chance. Oh. That was a rookie move. But I did get a new high score. Yay! Ho 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 ho! Which always makes me happy. Oh my god, I never recorded a high score on this thing. I just never remembered to save after doing so. Absolutely shocking. And look how many characters you can get. I can put my whole freaking name in here. 1986. The early one. Got second place there. Knight, spider. The spider mean that's my boss? I can't remember. Alright, so up to jump, which I don't like. It's not precise enough, but this isn't, we're not playing Street Fighter, so whatever. I don't remember these enemies being this freaking weird. Yeah, get out of here. Ah, I can kick down. I mean, the controls are responsive enough. This is a weird... I never saw this in the arcade, though. Oh, it is a spider. Not too tough. Took like, what, a couple energy bars off me? I can cope with that. This is where I did not make it past in my save high score game, though. We get all our health restored. That's good. Oh, ranged weapons being thrown at me. That makes it a little more challenging. Am I invulnerable now? Looks like it. These little horned Ewok guys are kind of tough. Ooh, those frozen dinosaurs? Whoa. Aw, Jimmy. I mean, it has a bit of a Kamen Rider kind of, you know, what was that, E.T. coming out of the water there? Or the monster from the trash compactor in Star Wars? It definitely has a little bit of a Super Sentai feel about it, but you only got like one... Making them boomerang shots is kind of cheap. I don't like it. Oh, come on. Oh! That explains why I didn't get past that. A little bit of trivia side thing. This style of game where you're basically creating, you know, in this case you're encasing everybody in snowballs, but there was a Neo Geo game that basically ripped off the core mechanic of this game called Nightmare in the Dark. It was really slick graphically. I think it's one of my favorite games to play on MAME. So if you haven't, NITD is how it's abbreviated for the ROM name if you're going to go on a quest. Otherwise, you know, man, you got the funds. Get yourself the cart for your Neo Geo console. I just love this game. So you want to make all these guys. So now I kind of blew that. I could have got the big bonus. If you can get all of these cats in a snowball, you get the big points. So the multiples you get. So you get like, oh, I had a little Tamaki there. And there's my Tamago. But what you're wanting to do is you will get random power-ups, and they are color-coded. So you can partially snow these guys just to kind of stun them. Which is kind of important if you're going to do what I'm doing right now, because otherwise these cats will surround you potentially. Now if I can take all of them out. Alright, now you can get the letters. And if, oh, that was a bonehead move. I thought the guy was going to be further over. So you can get all the things that spell Snow Bros. You get a free life. Kind of like Mr. Do. Let's see if one of these guys will hop up here. Nope, didn't quite get all of them. I'm hoping, nope, no power-ups yet. And I really want the power-ups. Because this game is a lot easier. And you can ride the if you keep hitting, you can ride the ball basically. It'll pick you up. Not always desirable depending on where you land. If you can get all of them, then you get these wonderful these bonus items. Ooh, now surely I'll get a power up here. Yeah, there's one. I gotta wait for this guy though. Yay! Oh, that's bad. Alright, this guy, the jack-o'-lantern head, he'll kill you. Usually there's a little music sting of ominous portent of your impending doom. Now I'm facing a boss with just speed. This is unusual. You usually get those power-ups before the boss. It makes this a lot easier. So you're basically trying to shoot this guy. It's not hard to figure out. And you still get the extras. There we go. And you get 10 points every time you shoot him after he's lying there. So you want to spam the attack button. You get yourself an extra 1,000 if you're fast enough on the trigger. Now this has these ramps, which are horrible. The guys will just come flying down at you. Good design, charm, you know, the characters. Oh, now I got these spinny guys. They are the worst. They're completely immune to you when they are fully spinning, so. And have some good, good design, charming, great music, and gameplay. Obviously, you need to have that too. The game's not fun to play. It doesn't matter what it looks like or sounds like. Ow! That was great. Oh! There's some freaking. Ah! I got tempted chasing the bonus. I wanted that. I think that was like the salmon roe. Alright, this is a puzzle game that's not very good. It's just a weird. I don't know. You'll see. It doesn't have that Tetris feel, or it doesn't have, or the simplicity of columns, it's, or Puyo Puyo. It just doesn't, can I start? Or Puzzle Bobble, there's a load of games that are actually pretty good. Alright, so I got different colors. I'm trying to arrange them in diagonals or whatever. So I think part of the problem with this game is you don't get a real good feel for the rules. And when you do, you're just kind of like, well, I can scratch that itch with something else. I really like Tetris. This ain't Tetris. This just feels like I'm doing whatever random stuff here. Like it doesn't feel particularly challenging. I will lose eventually because you just stop getting the colors you need, but I don't know what this freaking bombs are for. Come on, fill the whole thing. God. Just getting this game to end is like torture. No, just, there we go. And there we go. So yeah, not a fan of that. Never saw it in the arcade. If I did, I probably would have played it once and that would have been the end of it. Little helicopters off to the side is the main thing that's interesting about this. And again, they had someone, good composer. So I don't understand why Toaplan doesn't get more love in the world. Because they deserve it. blow up roofs of buildings. Who doesn't want to do that? At some point, I should get a power-up, but it's not like a conventional power-up game. In this game, the power-ups are little wing helicopters. And they do different things. Some of them shoot in a different direction. I can't remember what they all do. They have different colors. There it is. So I get the red one. Yep, there he comes. So he shoots in the same direction as me. Handy. Oh, wow, wow. That didn't work out. Great. Alright, we get the blue one. Just give me a bomb. Weak. One of the little helicopters. The little helicopter will take a hit for you. See, I didn't actually hit the bomb button when I set the bomb off earlier. That was because I got hit. So it gave me a automatic bomb trigger. Again, we got the good music. Graphically interesting look to it. Everything has kind of like a weird melted metal look. There's like spaceships look sort of organic, and the power-up thing is like a weird skull. I don't understand that. Enemies, look at these things. Like creatures with cybernetics coming out. Now, one thing I picked up is like a weapon type. P just increases the power. Now, right now, we aren't going to see much of a difference there. You hold the button down, you just get a little, steady fire beat. This is not one of those games that you can just hold fire down and just run around. You've really got to work your thumb if you're going to stand a chance. Alright, oh yeah, there we go. So you need 5 Ps to get the power-up effect, which is kind of a bit much, but on the plus side, you don't lose them when you die, so you can get the full effect. Which that, I suppose, is a sop to the idea of dying. Having your power-ups and you go, but I'm pretty sure that if I die now, I will go back to 0 and be dealing with the stock weapon again. Go E. I get a free life? Oh. Back to the spread, I think. Ooh, that was close. That guy almost had me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Now, unlike a typical bullet hell shooter, every one of those shots is real. It will kill you. So, there is no, safety or anything. Ah, I got hit. Damn. New high score, though. Right. See what happens. Well, there's your ship. You got 2 outriders. 2 options, basically, right out the gate. Change your weapon immediately to beams. Now you see there, I sucked this thing in, so now I have this enemy ship stuck in the front of my ship. Can't do it on the big one. Well, that's the power up thing. Oh, look, we're firing. There you go, get speed up. Guided missiles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey guys. Some big thing behind here. Big, pink, and angry, probably. Oh yeah, it's a face with a flamethrower sticking out of its mouth. Cool. I like the enemy design. This is pretty good. This is one of these don't judge a book by its cover kind of games, because if you were just looking at like they said, the sell sheet that they show you is the that's what they're using. They're like the flyers for the game sale. Well, that didn't rate. Oh man, That's why I don't have any scores. Game. Like, look at that. That doesn't look interesting. Like, what is this? What is this artwork? It's just not inspiring. But when you play the game, you're like, oh, not bad. All right, Demon's World. Now, this is interesting. Reminds you a bit of Avenging Spirit from, was that Data East or Natsume, someone like that. Alright, so this is a forced scrolling platform shooter. Oh, put your initials in up front. Saves time. Oh no, flying demons. Oh, we are here to fight. Look at that mighty jump. It's almost normal human proportions. Some good kind of chiptune stuff. And as with Truxton, oh, I can double jump. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. I could have got all those guys before. And I think if I ring that bell that I saw earlier, something happens. Wait. I feel I can grab the balloon. Oh no, there's Frankenstein. And don't at me, I'm aware, whatever the monster, blah blah blah, is Frankenstein, right? Look how many Frankensteins there are. And I also say Dracula instead of vampire, because I know it annoys certain people. Oh, a laser. Okay, so it's a letter, I get it. Oh, Jiminy, I should have waited. And it looks a lot like Tiger Shark. Okay, so a spread shot. Oh, airships. So we've got a P meter this time. So instead of just collecting some arbitrary number, it looks like we need to get 3 of the P's to achieve the power of it. Weird. So it's like the Truxton blue laser, except instead of lightning, it's a column of fire. Oh, the gray planes almost look like shadows. Oh, I made it past. Didn't kill the second guy, but I didn't die. So result. Oh. Yep, and like Raiden, you do have, you get all the lightnings, you get bonus points. They don't seem to give you a lot of them though. It's like the medals in Raiden, where you get 5 million die once, and you like get to the end and you got 1 medal. You get no bonus, whatever. There I am, running my mouth and not paying attention to my freaking game. Still, I almost got the high score, so all you can do is not play it for months. Is there some reason I'm not getting to sign my name up? Why is it still going? This is giving me a chance to continue, but give me a continue prompt if you want me to do that. Okay. Leave the mothership. Go on her mission, whatever we're doing. Oh, again, this is, pretty straightforward. It's like Gradius or something. Nothing really weird here. There's no charge shot or anything like that. Now that's interesting. So I can change... Without... Most games you'd have to have a power-up or something to do this, but I'm just pressing the secondary button here, and it's just automatically changing the configuration of my weapon. So point forward, backwards, diagonal, whatever. Diagonal is a tough one to see how practical that is, but so far, I mean, the power-ups are basically like increase your weapon power. But this mechanic, oh, there we go, there's where we want the diagonal shot. Oh man. Whoa, God bless. See, yeah. Trying to do that on the fly is not easy. So I can see why this was not necessarily a big seller. I certainly don't remember ever seeing it in arcade in the States. Okay, I'm doing a wheelie. Woo! Okay, it's pretty straightforward. There's no gear changing. I'm just weaving back and forth. Oh, I wipe. Oh. Okay, so don't hit the other racers. Got it. This is all right. It's not Outrun or whatever the hell the motorbike version of that was. Oh, look, turbo. I don't think I'm going to get 28 positions though. Wow, he just wiped that farmer. Just wiped out. Oh, come on, man. Okay, yeah, wait for your chopper to get all the way up in the air. I like how there's a turbo. You know, it's still every game I've played. Mapping turbo function does not work. So I don't know if it's like a generic control option that they have, or if it's something that doesn't work anymore. But it used to work in the Evercade. So if you want a turbo function for the fire, you probably need to get a controller that's compatible with the Evercade that does that by itself. And this, I think, is the cheekiest, really. If you're going to be dropping power-ups, I don't need the ship that has the power-ups to shoot at me. I mean, for God's sake. Everything else is trying to kill me. Just let me get the power-ups. Oh, what's the blue one? Oh yeah, blue one's the bullet. For want of a better word. The blue bullet. I don't know if it does more damage or what, but... Yep, looks like it does. Oh, finally! That was weird, because it looked like it's... I thought S would be speed up, but I guess it's super... I don't know. At least I got a spread. Maybe S for spread shot. Weak, weak, weak. Alright, let me sign my name up and slink away in defeat. Please push only the one player start button. What happens if I press the 2-player start button? I mean, nothing will work, right? So look, I got friends, I got support. That's different. Okay, guys, where are you going? What? Just me? Oh, tanks already. Oh, power up right out the gate. Just gives you the shots, there's no collecting multiple ones. Oh, I got wasted. Oh, I guess I used all my bombs up. Oh God, there's so many of these things. Ah. Wow. That is not an easy game. Let me know your name. Really? It's the second game of theirs that you enter your initials first. Would you like to join me on a Fantasia? Follow me. Alright, he looks trustworthy. Aha! Poor little creatures. I shall change the girl into a crystal ball and present her to Mr. Wardner. Okay. Oh my goodness. What a shocking turn of events. I throw fireballs. I'm a little magical dude. You kill an enemy, they turn into money. I can duck, but I can't duck and get into there. Probably some trick to it. I don't know what it is. I seem to have multiple spots next to oh no! So when you fall, you can't move. It's not like a normal platform where you can like move a little bit as you're falling. You just go straight down. That's why I died. That's why I couldn't get the treasure. That's why I couldn't get that cloak. I don't... And I can't see an easy way to do this at all, because I can't... It doesn't seem like it lets you... See, look at that. As soon as I touch the platform, it goes, nope, you're falling straight down. It looks like I can move a little bit, but... Because I'm willing to bet that cloak is going to be key to my not getting my ass handed to me. No, it just drops dead. Well, I am going to continue. Just this once. Just because I'm, like, convinced there's a way to do stuff that I'm trying to do. Obviously I need to get over the lava. That's my big priority. Kill these little guys. Oh wait, here we go. Now this... Yeah, okay, I can't scroll back. Yay! What does this do? Okay, so the cloak let me take a hit, basically. I thought it would make me able to, what? Oh, these little cannons with feet. I thought it would let me have like a drift fall kind of a mechanic so that I could actually get the things that I'm not getting, but that doesn't appear to be the case. The music's pretty cool, my goodness. I don't like the look of these guys. I don't know what all these orbs are for. They don't give me points. They don't count towards my... What the... okay. So the jumping from vine to vine mechanic. Not really well developed. Anyway. Yeah, obviously not a game I put a lot of time into because it feels unfairly difficult. Alright. I mean, it's a good looking 16-bit port. It's, you know, music similar, start is similar. They're using the sidebar for information, so the aspect is the same as the arcade. And just squeeze it over to the side. Again, hold the button down gives you a pretty weak rate of fire. I mean, you can play it like that. More challenging. These guys aren't shooting quite as much. Tanks are bigger, I think, than in the arcade, so easier to hit, possibly. Yeah, the enemy order and everything looks very similar, even if the sprites are different. Oh, that truck is a lot easier to kill. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a delay in shoot and kill. Amphibious tanks. Yes. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the whole dealio with Toaplan Arcade 1 and 2. We've got a rock solid selection of shooters and platform games. Not so great puzzle game in there, but you know, but you can't have everything, right? I mean, it just. But I think these guys are well worth it. If you got an Evercade and you have any fondness for arcade games of the 80s and 90s, then definitely give this one a try. And if you don't love Snow Brothers, I don't know. You need some more joy in your life, I think. Anyway, keep on gaming.